What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Brennan and I'm BMX45. Today we're coming at you with another video. We have another meta deck discussion for the Digimon TCG for the continuing 2.0 format. It is December now. We're looking at some of the events that happened in late November, seeing where we stand with the meta and how things are going, how things are changing. Things are drastically changing, honestly, across the different regions. And some things that were really popular are barely on the list, and some things that were doing a little bit well to begin with in November are doing a lot better, and there's some new things on there too. So we're going to go ahead and talk about this. We're going to get into it. We're going to talk about what the meta looks like. We got a couple events here. We have the Oceania Ultimate Cup, and we have the November Ultimate Cup as well, which I think was probably Europe. I can't remember 100%, but yeah. And hey, if you enjoy this type of content, be sure to smash that like button, comment down below. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Subscribe to the channel and hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss a single minute of the fun. Well, we're starting to see Purple Hybrid ramp up and take more of the pie here. What do we got? Archetype breakdowns, and a shout out again to Eggman Events. I always love their website, and their breakdown is just really superior, so I enjoy that. So we got 4 Purple Hybrid here in Oceania, and the other one here, not as many, but still 3 Purple Hybrid. You're seeing a little bit Ancient Gray break in. I love how that is way bigger than that's one, but I guess it's just because this one has so many things. And the other one, 3 Ancient Grays. So Ancient Gray is starting to take some spots. So Red Hybrid is back. It's taking spots. Mirage taking 2. Levi X taking 2. Fenry taking 1. Beelstar is technically a Purple Hybrid. So technically there'd be almost 5 Purple Hybrids in this deck, or in this set. Imperial down to 1. Lord Knight down to 1. And 1 Unity Emperor Greymon was kind of interesting for that. You have 4 Magna X, big in that one. So as we go to a more Purple Hybrid format, Red Hybrid format, you're seeing way more Magnamon decks just pop up. 3 Great Angels took 2 spots. That was really cool. So that deck is starting to do well as well. 1 Rapid X, which is kind of a neat deck. So you're seeing some diversity in there, but we also had 3 Leviamons. So you had a lot more tops of certain decks in this format. So definitely Purple Hybrid's taking a lot of the good stuff. Lord Nightron not being in this one at all was kind of surprising to me. So obviously, as good as the deck is, there are ways to play around it. Imperial getting kicked out of this as well, and now only having 1 spot in the last one. I thought Imperial was just going to be one of those decks that always takes like 2 to 3 spots in the top, but it didn't. And that could be because people are tired of playing it. It's been out since BT16, so they want to play some of these new decks. Unity Emperor Greymon taking a spot was really cool. But I think the overwhelming thing is that Ancient Gray is just more consistent. So definitely think that this is a more consistent Red Hybrid variant with more aggression and just trying to kill your opponent as quick as possible. Purple Hybrid, I've been playing that myself, and it is very consistent, very good at chipping away at your opponent and just having answers for a lot of things. Beelstar is a cool one too, but I think it's more techy, takes more skill to play just because it's combo-y and stuff like that with option cards and Beelstar. So, you know, there's that too. Fenrir Lugamon, still a really good deck. It has a good matchup. You can see here. It's funny, it's here, but they don't list it. They don't list it in the listings. But I know it has a good matchup against Purple Hybrid. So as Purple Hybrid does well, I think, you know, that will do well as well. It's funny. Mirage, Purple Hybrid, 3 Great Angels. I don't know why the picture Takumi Kazuchi's here, because there's like no Fenrir listings. That's interesting. But yeah, the definitely the 3 Great Angels is cool. The Minimon, Cherubimon Ace is just super good, super great, powerful card. So it brings some of that yellow vaccine back, which is always still a great engine, even though they hit the TK. Magnamon is always a hard card to out. So I think if decks that kind of aggro really fast like this is here, they might have a bit of a problem against this card. So any format I think that really brings them to the front will also kind of see a resurgence of Magna X. And Mirage is still doing good because it's Mirage, and you got Galaxy as well, which is super consistent. And Levia is just Levia. It's going to continue to do good no matter what format it's in. So I mean, like, let's see here. We'll take a look. We'll take a look at one of the Ancient Greys. Take a look at one of the purple hybrids too. So we can go to the deck lists here and kind of see what kind of average running is. Eggs, Koichis, Calling, Jack Raid at 4. Some play the Luga, some don't. Most play Ghazi, the Uko package. I'm playing Desslinger and Rivals. But I'm playing actually one more copy of each. Deltamon, this is one I haven't got on yet. Deltamon seems really popular. I haven't been, and same with Argomon. I haven't got on the Argo train either. He is probably really good at blocking your opponents from suspending their tamers. I just feel like there's so much. I feel like there's so many good ways to out this with destruction that you can't really rely on that. And then of course you got to play the Dustmon Velgor package and the Merva. It's the whole part of the deck. So it's kind of your average purple hybrid build. We go back here. Here we have a bunch of Ancient Greys. So we'll look at what the Ancient Grey that did 4th place. It's being really aggressive. With cards like Atomic Inferno, Gravity Crush to close out games. Analog Youth, which is really good for the deck, especially since you're always popping your level 6, your Ancient Grey. Focusing on these Takuyas with a little bit of backup support from the old ones. Louis for more consistency. Shamamon for memory blocking, and just Flame Mons for searching, and a little bit of Uko, not in a full Uko package, but just a little bit of Uko for searching, and then maxing out on your Aguni Mons are really good. The new Gigasmon kind of close games, as well as an Altamon just to put in the stack, and then ancient, a good spread of Ancient Greys for different abilities for just going for game or for slowing your opponent and slowly chipping. So both are really, really good. And then just maxing out your eggs. Again, because of the Ukos. And, Of course, Levia. The Emperor's cool one we should look at. Because, like I said, this is a one-off. Kind of interesting to see. You got full Zoes, 2 Tommies, full Takuya, dual Tamer. And you got, your Gotsumons for effect blocking, Shamamons, the Penguinmon. Helps you with your having the cards you need to play, like this right here. No Susanomon, something we didn't see, and only the 4 Emperor Greys. But definitely a good spread of all the guys here. And maxing out with the Jet Sylphies with a little bit of Altamon. So this is interesting too. Kudos to the guy who did this. This is a lot of people like the deck, but they're like, oh gosh, this is it's just not good enough. So whoever did this was really pulling out all the stops and just doing a great job. So yeah. And then I think I got Lord Nightmon. How many Lord Nightmons win that one? So Lord Nightmon, still the purple base. Still doing all right here. I like Lord Nightmon. It's an all right deck. Basically just the purple engine to get you up to your Lord Nightmon, and then you go off and you have Anubismon and Leviamon as well, because why not have the dog of the 7 Demon Lords in any purple build that you have trashes. So yeah, this card's gone nuts in price, the X-Antibody Pro form. But yeah, pretty standard for that. So I definitely, the format is definitely shifting, I'd say, to a hybrid style format. These cards are taking up bigger chunks. Does that mean that stuff in this deck is going to get hit? Not necessarily. They've just started to do this. So if unless they're like being really mean to hybrids, they've let decks like Levia, Mirage, and Imperial just stick around for a long time. So yeah, they've let them stick around for forever. So I definitely don't think they're going to hit them right away. The one thing that I feel like could get hit is Uko, because in a lot of these decks that become really powerful, the common denominator is Ukomon. I'd almost wonder if they'd hit Analog Youth at any point, just because of how good that card is in certain decks. So we'll have to wait and see. It's going to be, it'd be interesting if they do a hit before Nationals. Part of me thinks that they should. Part of me thinks that they won't, because they don't want people to have to change their decks and be all complaining and not want to go to Nationals. Like a month before the North American ones, and I think the UK ones are starting, or the Europe ones are starting like soon, like next week, this week. I can't remember when it is. So definitely keep an eye on all these decks. They're still all really good. They do well. This card just keeps making resurgences. It's such a great card. And the cool thing about Frigate Angels is, I think because there's not so many people playing it, when you come up across it, you might have a hard time because you don't know how all the effects work. So I definitely think the meta is changing. It was more of a Lord Knight Mirage meta at the beginning of November, and even with some Imperial in there, and now those decks have taken a back seat to hybrid, as well as things like Magnamon are back. So there's just a lot of changing. So it is a very diverse and changing meta. We'll see how things go into December, and then of course we have EX8 right at the beginning of January. So we'll see if Gallantmon or Sakuyamon come out on top, or any of the other decks that we get in that set are going to really change things up. But tell me what your guys' thoughts are about the meta. Telling me how you like these decks, or if you think that they're overpowered and need to be hit. I enjoy a lot of these decks. I've played a lot of these decks and had some enjoyment from them. I'm playing black base Lord Nightmon right now. One of the decks I haven't played is the Takami Kazuchi. I played Fenrir before he came out, and then I kind of just got tired of it. And then I've never played Levia as just the Levia deck. I've always just played the Levia package and things. Levia is cool. I just don't, necessarily care for that generic purple trash, thing. So we'll see what happens. There's a lot of diversity in the format, and that's really cool. And I'm hoping that it will stay that way, and it'll just get better. And we'll see what happens if we get a list or if we don't. But one thing I definitely do think is, I think Uko is probably going to get hit. I believe with how many people are still playing the Uko package, with one Uko for the BT6, one of the promo, and one Louis. I think that potentially will call them to hit the BT16 Uko to 1. But tell me what your guys' thoughts are about that, and what other cards you think might get hit in the future. But it looks like that's all the time we have for this video. Thank you very much for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next video. As always, have a wonderful day, and that's all for now, folks.